Hello. So over the last few days I've realised that I've made a massive mistake and the cycle's back on officially. I'm flying out at 2 p.m. today, flying from Edinburgh to Norway, and I'm going to get back on that bike and I'm going to do what I said I was always going to do. I'm going to cycle around the world. I've been back in Scotland for a few days and I've realised that although there is lots of things that I want to do here, all my friends and family are here, I've got ideas of things I want to do and work and mental health here, but I can always do that. Scotland's not going anywhere, Livingston's not going anywhere. One opportunity, one chance to cycle the world. If I get 6 months down the line and think to myself that, do you know what, I want to cycle around the world, I couldn't get support for that again. You get one chance at this, you only get one life and one opportunity, and I would spend the rest of my life regretting this. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to spend the next 60 years thinking, what if I didn't, what would have happened if I'd done it? And it would live with me for the rest of my life, it would eat away at me. And I think it would be very dangerous for my life to be back here, not finishing that and thinking, what if for the rest of my life? I can't do it. I just can't do it. So I'm officially going back, Tartan Explorer's back. I'm going out to finish this world cycle. I think coming back to Scotland's allowed me to look at the cycle and reflect on it and just appreciate it for what it is, and I can now compare Scotland alongside the cycle, and this is my thing. Cycling in the world is my thing. It's what I said I was going to do. People invested a lot of time, resources, sponsorship. People have believed in me, and to come back after 9 weeks would just be a slap in the face for everybody, and I'm not going to do that. I'm better than that. I'm not a quitter. I'm going to cycle around the world. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So I understand I came out a few days ago and said I've made my decision, I'm back in Scotland, but I just need to hold my hands up. I made a mistake. I made a very rash decision. I made a decision on a day when I was so happy to be back in Scotland and I was so romantic about Scotland, and it was a very rash decision. I made a mistake. That's all I can say. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry for saying something and doing something else. As you'll know, when I launched this Tartan Explorer on the 2nd of November last year, it's changed so much since then. It changes all the time. It's always going to change. It's like life. It changes all the time. It's never going to be the same thing. And it'll change in 6 months, it'll change in a year, and it'll keep changing. It'll always keep changing. That's the thing about the Tartan Explorer. I've had a few people saying to me, Josh, don't go on Facebook. Don't put your things on Facebook again. Just keep it to yourself. Go out there, cycle for a bit. But I said when I started this, I was going to share everything. No matter how high, no matter how low, I'm sharing this whole journey. And I don't even see this as a low point. I see it as a very high point. I don't have low points anymore. I have high points because you learn from everything. And I've learned so much in the last 4 days here. And that I know when I go back out there and I start feeling homesick again, I know what it's like to be back. And I won't be as homesick as I was in the past. And I think the good thing for me going forward, when I'm away, don't need to say that I'm away for the full time. This is going to take 3 or 4 years to do. If I need to come back for a weekend every 6 months, I think that's maybe what I need to do. Having that flexibility is great. But to just give up this world cycle after 9 weeks to come back to Scotland to do something I can always do, nah, that's not me. That is just not me. So I'm going back today. I'm flying back in a few hours. I'm sorry to all the people I was meant to see this week, catch up with, but you know what I'm like. I just want to get back out there. I just want to get back on that bike. I got back here and I'm starting to feel like again, what the hell am I doing? What's my purpose here? I have no purpose here. Cycling's my purpose, cycling around the world, it's what I want to do, and I'd regret that for the rest of my life if I never done it. So I'm getting back on the bike and I'm going to complete this challenge that I said I was going to do. The people who follow and support this is really what makes the whole thing worthwhile and what even keeps it going, and you guys are amazing. I had over 100 comments from people when I said I was coming back to Scotland, all being really supportive and saying, Josh, we just want you to be happy, and that means so much to me. And I hope now that you continue to support this decision and hopefully be a wee bit excited that it's not over, it's back on. I'm flying out today, 2 p.m. Over the next few days I'll be back on the bike, be heading up to the top of Norway, and then I'll be doing that thing I always said I was going to do. I'm going to cycle around the world. Thank you so much to everybody who does really support this and keeps it going. I'm sorry for all the heeing and hawing over the last week, but I've learned a lot about myself and I continue to learn, and as I said, I'm always going to share that journey. I thought the ending of the book had been written. I thought I had my happy ending, but I realised it's just another chapter and we go again. So today, 2 p.m, flying back to Norway. I'm getting back on that bike and I'm going to finish what I started. So here we go again. Thank you.